Does the principle of causality apply to the universe itself? It has been asserted by some atheists that it's fallacious or unreasonable for theists to argue that if the universe came into existence, it must have been caused, since causality is something that we only observe within the universe, and we can't say whether or not causality could or couldn't occur outside of the universe, since we can't observe anything outside of the universe. This line of reasoning doesn't hold, and I'm going to explain why. It is true that we observe causality within the universe, since we're in the universe, but it doesn't follow from that causality is an empirically based principle. All that follows from that is that the principle of causality is empirically supported. And indeed it is empirically supported, but it's actually a metaphysical principle. This is something that philosophers have argued for a very long time. And the reason that the principle of causality is a metaphysical principle is because it's impossible for something to come from nothing. Therefore, if something comes into existence, or goes from potential to actual, or begins to exist, it must be brought into existence by something, or actualized by something, or caused to begin to exist by something. Nothing can't be this something, because then it wouldn't be nothing, but rather it would be something. And there is no way for nothing itself to cause anything, because if it were possible for nothing to cause something, then it would be possible for nothing to be a cause. But according to the principle of proportionate causality, a cause can only give or impart what it has. Whatever is in an effect must in some way be in its total cause. But of course there isn't anything in nothing, because nothing is literally the absence of anything. It's non-being. Therefore, nothing can't give or impart anything, which means it can't cause anything, which of course means it can't be a cause. So then, if the universe came into existence, the principle of causality applies to it just as much as anything else. Now, sometimes people confuse the principle of causality with being a law of nature, but the principle of causality is not a law of nature. The principle of causality is a metaphysical principle, as I have just demonstrated via philosophical reasoning. And since the principle of causality is a metaphysical principle, it is not restricted to phenomena within the universe, like the laws of nature, but rather it transcends the universe. And this fact holds even though we don't have the ability to observe things outside of the universe. The reason for this is because this fact, this conclusion, is based on philosophical reasoning. So any objection raised against it based on a lack of empirical evidence is moot. It also does no good for someone to assert that only conclusions based on empirical evidence are valid, for that very claim itself is a philosophical claim and is therefore self-defeating. So it is completely sound and reasonable for theists and anyone else to argue that the universe must have been caused, if indeed there is reason to believe that it came into existence. And there most certainly is reason to believe that the universe came into existence. But that's a discussion for another day. Well guys, that's it for this video. So let me know what you think, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.